Hi, and welcome to your upper body workouts. We're going to start off by warming up our upper body, but first of all, just be aware of how you are holding yourself posturally. So just think of drawing your chin down to your chest just slightly, your lower ribs pulling down towards your hips, so your back is as neutral as you can. Your shoulders, we aim to keep them down and towards the middle of your spine, so you're nice and active through your mid-back. And we're always working our core with all our exercises, all our routines. So first of all, place your hands onto your belly and let's work with our 360 breathing. So we breathe in to expand our core in all directions, into the ribs, into the belly. And then as we breathe out, contract into your pelvic floor. Back passage, front passage, and then draw all those muscles up through the center of your body. Twos, ones, and tum. Breath in to expand your core, and breath out to contract your core. And as you keep that breath flowing all the way through the class, just try to be aware of how you hold yourself. Now let's warm up our upper body. Take some big shoulder rolls first of all. Circling your shoulders backwards and then circling your shoulders forwards. Breathing deeply in and out of your nose, using that big breath technique to expand and contract into your core. Now big arm circles too. Stretch those arms above your head. Just feel if you're tense in those shoulders. And as you reach your arms above your head, try not to lose your spinal position. So keep your chin gently down towards your chest, ribs towards your hips. Make those circles larger if you can. Take them right up to your ears. And then change your direction as well. Coming forwards. I'm up on my knees in this position, but if you feel more comfortable sitting on the floor or sitting on a chair, that's perfectly fine. Just focusing on getting some looseness through the upper body and bringing your awareness to your core. Now try this, going one in each direction with your arms, circling forwards and circling backwards. And you can turn your body as you do these slow arm circles in opposite directions. So it feels really natural for your spine. Turning through your neck, through your back, keeping your hips relatively still. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Turn and look from side to side as you encourage your body to make that natural wave position. And then see if you can go in the other direction too. Big circles. This takes a bit of coordination, so it might need a little bit of practice to get this working properly. Practice makes perfect. Every time you do something new, you're creating new neural pathways. So sometimes it takes a little while to get a movement perfectly. And that's what we're looking for, is really good technique, really good precision movements. Even if you do one or two really well, much better than using poor technique for lots and lots of reps. So we're all about really good technique. Now this time, bring your arms out in front of you and take one arm out behind you and bring it back in front. We're doing our arm openers. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Keep that going. Hips are staying still and you're turning through your back, opening your chest and your shoulders, turning through your neck as well. Take a breath in to open arm. Breathe out, back to center. One more each way. Starting to feel that in your shoulders, hopefully. And then bring your arms back down and then roll out your shoulders. Do this anytime you need to. This time take your arms back behind your hips and then raise them up above your shoulders. And then bring them down again past your hips and then above your shoulders. So as you're doing this, again, be aware of your spinal position. Keep as neutral as you can. Your chin is tucking down towards your chest. And be mindful if you raise your arms up that your back doesn't do this extension. Or when you bring your arms down, it doesn't come into a flex position. Stay neutral throughout the movements. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and a breath out. Keep that going. You might find it's a bit easier on one side to get a greater range of movement. So just work a little bit more on that side to help loosen everything back off. One more of those in both directions. And then bring your arms back in front of you. Palms of your hands together. Let's open the palms out on a diagonal and push those arms backwards, but again, without overextending your spine. Bring the palms back together. Turn them over. Open them in the opposite direction. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Keep that going. Shoulders drawing down your back, chin gently tilting in towards your chest. Aware of your spine, aware of your core contraction, so much to think of. Keep that flowing. Make it become automatic. Breath in, open wide, breath out together. One more each way. Good. And then relax your arms down and gently rotate through your shoulders again. This time, breathe in, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Breathe out, rotate to one side. Look over your back shoulder. Breathe in, reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out to the other side. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, rotate. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, rotate. Keep that going. Our aim with all these movements is to increase your range. So each time you're doing a movement, just see if you can take it that little bit further. Breath in, breath out. One more each way. Breath in, reach up to the ceiling. Breath out, place your hand on the floor next to you and lean over. Extend your fingers over your head, close to your ear, and feel that stretching anywhere down the side of your body. Breath in, reach up tall again, and breath out, place your hand down, lean over. Just watch you're not tensing into this shoulder. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, lean over. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, lean over. One more. And gently come back to the center. Now roll your shoulders back a couple of times and tilt your ear to the right. Lower your shoulder down on the left. Let's just loosen off through your neck as well. We're going to be using some strong exercises to work our upper body, so we just want to make sure you're not holding too much tension in your neck. Do the same on the other side as well. Ear to shoulder. Lowering the shoulder down without leaning over to the side through the rest of your body. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Roll those shoulders backwards a couple of times. And then we're going to start off in a press-up position. So when we're doing press-ups, you can put as much weight into your press-ups as you want. If you start with your knees in really close towards you, it's going to make it easier. You can step them further back. You can even be right up on your feet. If you want to be really adventurous, you can come into a one-leg press-up position. Up to you. Tailor it to what you want to do. Now we're going to do just a regular press up first of all. Step your hands out wider than your mats and lean forward so your chest is positioned between your hands. As we do this, we're bringing our chest down, nose touches the ground if you can, and then push back up again. So be really aware that you don't let your head drop forwards. Lead with your chest. Now if you can go all the way down, then go ahead. Otherwise, just work in the range that's suitable for you. As long as you're bending your arms and you're leaning into your arms, that's the most important thing. So keep this going. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Keep your shoulder blades drawing down and together. Your core muscles gently pulling up inside you, and your neck neutral. Chin gently tucking to your chest. Let's do 5 more reps. Breathe in, breathe out. Move slowly and smoothly. Draw your shoulders down. Watch you're not tensing up through the upper neck area. 1 more. And then when you're finished, take a child pose rest position. Bring yourself forwards back into your press up. This time we're going to stagger our hands. One hand is forward, one hand is back slightly. Again, adjust your hip position to make it harder or easier. We're bringing our chest down between our hands, pushing back up and swapping over to the other side. Chest comes down, push up, swap over to the other side. Keep this going. Same principles with your upper body posture. Draw your shoulders back and down. Keep your neck neutral with your chin gently tucking into your chest. Breath in to lower, breath out to push up. Increase the weight if you want to make it more challenging. Just be aware that you're not starting to hunch those shoulders. So as you start to fatigue, you're going to feel your technique starts to go down a little bit. So we want to make sure we maintain good posture. Take a break if you need it. Now the next time your right arm is forward and your left arm is back, we're going to stay here. 10 press-ups. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, swap your hand position, left hand forward, right hand back, and again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back onto your heels, come into your child pose and take a break. And then we're really slowly rolling the spine up, coming all the way up, rolling your shoulders back, and bring yourself up towards the wall now. So we're coming into a side press up here. We want to stand away from the wall, side on, and your hand is going to be at the height of your shoulder. The closer that you stand, the easier you make this side press up. So either come in close to make it easier at first, or step further away so you can increase the resistance. Nice tall posture, shoulders back and down, ribs to hips, chin to chest. Fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows so you lean into the wall and then push through this arm against the wall. Coming in and then pushing away. And just be really aware that the shoulder blade on the pushing arm is sliding down your back slightly. You're in a plank position here. So you're not moving your hips in and out. You're keeping your legs nice and still, just working through this arm on the right side. Breathe in, breathe out. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's try that on the other side. So hand at the height of your shoulder. Make sure your feet are together and slightly far away from the wall, making it harder. And then bending in the elbow, pushing away. Neutral spine, chin just gently turning into your chest. Breathe deeply. So feeling this through the shoulder as well. Breath in, breath out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that arm back down, roll those shoulders backwards, and then gently come down onto the floor, coming into a reverse position now. We're going to have our hands behind us. We're extending our legs out in front, but keep your knees bent. First level is with bent legs. Second level is with straight legs if you want to go into a reverse plank from here. Maybe try this one first to see how you feel. The most important thing here is that our arms are straight and we're not hunching into our shoulders. So first of all, push away from the floor and pull those shoulder blades down your back. Try not to overextend into your back. Ribs to your hips again. Always aligning yourself. Chin to your chest. Grip your heels into the mat. Lift your hips up. Bring your hips back down again. Lift your hips up. Focus on your upper body posture as you're doing this. You're going to be working the rest of the body too, but we're really putting our attention into how you hold your neck and your shoulders. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Keep going. Neck stays neutral. Shoulder blades sliding back and down. Point your elbows behind you. Now this time when you come up, see if you can extend the leg. Come on up, extend the leg. Come on up, extend the leg. So you don't have to do that one if that feels too strong for you. Extend the leg if you can add in that little extra resistance. And 4 to go. Keep the pelvis level. Watch you're not tilting the pelvis off to the side if you're doing the single leg version. Good. Sit yourself down. Bring your arms in front of you. Round into your back. Lift up tall. Open out into your chest. Round into your back. Open out into your chest. Let's do a few of those just to loosen off through your back and your arms again. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, rounding into your back, chin down. Breathing out. Relax those shoulders back and down. Four more. Good, and then this time, round into your back, walk your hips forward slightly, and very slowly roll your back down to the ground. Coming down to the ground. And bring your feet in a bit closer towards your hips here. Have them hip width apart. Bring your elbows out to the height of your shoulders and have your fingers pointing up directly above your elbows. So you're in quite a square shape with your arms through your chest. Now in this position here, we're using the back of the arms and into your mid-back muscles. We're going to draw your chin to your chest. Start pushing your elbows into the ground and just lift your back slightly off the floor. And then come back down again. This is our supine press-up position. Now this, you will be using your abdominals to some extent, but try to make the pressure come through the back of your arms and on your shoulder blades drawing in towards each other slightly. We are working our neck muscles here too, so draw your chin to your chest without poking your neck forwards. We're not doing the motion through your neck, we're actually activating those muscles through the back of the body. The back and the triceps, the back of the arms. Core is active, push down. Think of drawing your elbows down into the ground and almost towards each other. Let's do another 5. 5, it's not a very high lift. 4, feel that in your neck too. Rest it if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Rest your head down, relax your arms down by your sides. Gently release out your neck by turning your neck side to side. Good work. Okay, now let's flip over onto our knees again and extend our arms out in front. This time we're moving into a tricep press up. So we start in our child pose, forehead resting on the ground. Come up onto all fours. Bend at the elbows. You can come halfway down, or if you can go further down, then go ahead. Push back up and then sit down onto your heels again. Now when you do this, it's a breath in to come up and over, a breath out to push back and sit down. But keep your body in a plank position. You keep your body perfectly straight. So we want to avoid, when you come forwards, that your hips don't come forwards. And we want to avoid the bottom sticking up, so your head is coming between your hands. Lean forwards. Bring your chest between your hands. Pull your shoulders back and then sit back down onto your heels. Breathe in, up and over. Breathe out, push back and sit down. Now adapt the exercise. If it's too strong to go all the way down, just go a short way down. But do lean forwards. Tuck those elbows in towards each other. Then just push back and sit down again. You work in a range where you're active through the arms, but you're able to maintain your upper body posture. Breath in, up and over. Breath out, push back and sit down. Let's do a few more of these. 4 to go. Breath in, breath out. 3 more. Starting to feel it in the backs of the arms now, especially accumulating from all those other exercises. 1 more. And then sit down onto your heels. Come forwards onto your hands, your arms are straight. Knees can be underneath you for the next level, or step them further back. Be up on your toes for the hardest level if you choose. We're going to tap one hand to the opposite shoulder, bring it back down. Tap the other hand to the shoulder, back down. As we're tapping our shoulders, stay as centered as you can. Push away from the floor with that supporting arm. Pull your shoulder blade down your back. Lift the back of your head up, but draw your chin to your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into your child pose. Take some breaths into your back. And then bring yourself forward. Let's move into your ladders. Come down onto your elbows and then back up onto your hands. Down onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. Adjust your legs as you need to. Bring them in to make it easier. Take them out and straighten your legs to make it harder. Place your hands and your elbows in the same place directly underneath your shoulders. And try to alternate which is your leading arm. So you're not always leading on the same sides. And 10, 9, scoop your belly in. 8, Stay as centered as you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's hold it here in your plank, shoulders drawing down, push away from the floor, get that nice lift. So be careful you're not collapsing into the shoulder joints. We're just going to stay here for 3 breaths. Think of your 360 breathing, expanding into your core, and then gently push back into your rest position, your child pose. Good. Tuck your toes under, raise up onto your hands, come into your pyramid, or if you're familiar with yoga, into your downward dog position. Pressing your heels to the ground, taking your hands out a little bit wider. Now this time we're holding this pyramid position and then bringing our head towards the ground and pushing back up. So we're using the tops of our shoulders to do this press up. This is a pike press up. Now if this is too strong for you, you can bring your knees down to the ground. You can still do the same action here, pressing your head down towards the ground, so we're working through the tops of your shoulders a little bit more. Make sure the elbows bend. Keep this going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees to the ground, sit back onto your heels, and take a deep breath into your back. Beautiful. And then we're going to come to lying down on your back. Start to wind it down a little bit here now. Hug your knees into your chest and do some little lower back flexions here. Deep breaths. Good. Place your feet down on the ground. We're going to roll over onto your side, bringing your bottom hand underneath your head and extending your top arm out in front of your chest. You can place your pillow back underneath your head if that feels more comfortable for you. Glue your knees together and have them directly in front of your hips. You've got 90 degrees at your hips. Bring your shins forward so you have 90 degrees at your knees. Top arm out in front. Breath in, reach that top arm up to the ceiling, and breath out, rotate behind you. Now push your knees forwards as you take the back of your shoulder blade down to the floor behind. So just avoid those knees separating and lifting off the floor. Take a breath in, hold it here, breathe out, go a little further back if you can. Breathe in, up to the ceiling, and breathe out to the floor in front of you. And again, breath in, reach up, breath out, rotate backwards. Turn your neck to look at that arm too. Breath in, hold it there. Breath out, go further back. Breath in, up to the ceiling. Breath out to the floor in front. Let's do a couple more of those. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, rotate back. Breath in to hold. Breath out, go further back. Breath in, up to the ceiling. Breath out to the floor in front. Now this time when you take your arm up and over, just stay back there in that spinal position. So you're in rotation. Take a couple of breaths. Make your rib cage expand as you take a big inhalation. And see if you can go a little bit deeper into that rotation. Take your arm higher towards the floor above your head more. So you're more on a Y shape now. Starting to open out your chest, your shoulder. Couple more breaths just to relax there. And then bring your arm back up to the ceiling and back to the floor in front. Spin around to the other side. Same position with your back, knees in front, at the height of your hip. Shins move forward, top arm extended out in front of your chest. Big breath in, reach up to the ceiling and breathe out, rotate backwards. Breathe in, hold it there. Breathe out, go further back. Breathe in, up to the ceiling. Breathe out to the floor in front. And again, breath in, reach up. Breath out, rotate back. Breath in to hold. Breath out, go further back. Breath in, up to the ceiling. Breath out to the floor in front. So we'll just do a couple more of those. This is a really great stretch to also mobilize the joints in your spine. So if you feel any cracking or cricking going on, sometimes that may be the facet joints or even the joints where your ribs connect in, that they can actually be quite stiff, slightly out of alignment. Just by taking some deep breaths with this stretch can actually help mobilize those joints back into a better position. Last one, let's stay back there this time. Take a few extra breaths. Then take your arm on more of that Y shape, a little higher up towards your ear. Feel how that adjusts the stretch through your back. Breathe deeply. Take your arm up to the ceiling and back to the floor in front. Spin over onto your hands and knees. Come up onto all fours. Let's cat arch here. Tuck your tailbone under. Chin comes down. Arch your back up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Breathe out to neutral. Breathe in to extend. Breathe out to neutral. Take a breath in. Arch your back up. Breathe out to neutral. Breath in to extend. Breath out to neutral. So let's do a few of those in your own breathing pattern. Drawing your shoulders back as you extend through the upper back and neck. And then tucking your tailbone under and bringing your chin right down to your chest. Take that breath in those extreme positions there, those extended and flexed positions. Just feel where you may be holding some tension. Last one. Come to neutral, sit down onto your heels, rest your forehead to the ground, walk your hands over to the right, and place your left hand on top of your right hand. Breathe down into the back. Walk your hands over to the other side, placing that hand on top of the bottom hand, and breathe down into the side of your back again. Feel that opening out through your back. Walk your hands back to the center. Slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Roll your shoulders back. We've got one last stretch here before we finish. Extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to bend up your right leg. Take that leg across your foot. We're going to hug that right leg with your left arm and place your right hand on the floor next to you. Lift up out of your back and turn to look over your right shoulder. And take 3 deep breaths there. Come back to the center, unravel your legs, straighten out your right leg, bend up your left knee, take that left leg over the right, draw it up as high as you can, hug around your leg and bring your left hand onto the floor next to you. Sit up tall, take a breath in, breathe out, rotate, look over your left shoulder. Breath in to sit tall, breath out to rotate. And then gently release back to the center, unravel yourself, come back to the center. Let's finish with some deep breaths. Breathe in, reach your arms up, breathe out, relax back down. Big breath in, reach up, breathe out, back down. One more, breath in, reach up, breath out, back down. Wonderful. Thank you for joining me for your upper body Pilates workouts. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.